Today's show is brought to you by Drift Outfitters at 199 Queen Street East in downtown Toronto, Ontario. Drift Outfitters is packed full of fly fishing gear, tying materials, clothing, hats, bags, and more. Rob and the guys down at the shop have you covered for all your fly fishing needs. Whether you're taking a trip to Northern Ontario or heading on a massive journey to the heart of Africa to fish tigerfish on the Zambezi River, Drift Outfitters has got you. Stop by the shop at 199 Queen Street East or visit them online at driftoutfitters.com to take advantage of their fantastic online store and free shipping on Canadian orders over $100. Hello and welcome to another episode of SoFly. It's the new year is upon us.
Oh my God! We're 1 year older.
My name is Mitch. We've got Alden.
Hey.
We've got Yoma.
Hi.
And we're celebrating the new year with a New Year podcast episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Everybody did it. We did it. We made it through another year.
Yeah,
And,
it's
how's
we
it
made
been?
it through another decade.
Oh my God, it's the end of the decade.
It's the end of the decade.
Yeah, it's 2020.
2020, man.
Oh.
We're in the roaring 20s now.
Yeah.
Again.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
going to be think it's going to be better than the last time?
The last time it was the 20s?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, in the 20s we're good, right? But then they got bad at like later on.
Yeah, I just don't like eating bread.
You don't like eating bread. You don't like eating bread? A, what's that about? And B, what does it have to do with anything?
You just ate
That's all
pizza.
they ate in the 20s.
You just ate pizza. That's like a form of bread.
Yeah, we have pizza going on. We got some iced teas.
You got some 40
40
Creek.
Creek. Oh,
40 Creek whiskey. What are we drinking, Aldo?
We are drinking some Copper Pot Still Manhattans. Twisted up some
What?
Manhattans. Mitch, I know how much
know.
you like Manhattans, and I
do.
made Yilma an old fashioned
Yeah.
because I know how much you like old fashions.
love old fashioned. Thank you so much. It's delicious.
You know,
Yeah.
bourbon gets definitely the bourbon definitely. You know, when you order one in the restaurant these days, but actually the original recipe for those two drinks was rye and whiskey.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
actually.
rye,
was it
rye,
really?
rye whiskey. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Jeez Louise. I love Manhattans. I'm
lemon
so-
squeeze.
I love Manhattans.
Why do you like Manhattans?
I just think they're delicious. We were talking about what our favorite cocktails were. I think mine might be a Manhattan. It's tough, though, because like a Navy Grog, tiki cocktail,
It's a good conversation to have around New Year's because you're celebrating.
it's a celebrating kind of day today. You know,
Mhm.
we're gonna be. Well, I don't know what everybody's doing. I'm gonna be having a couple drinks to celebrate the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not so much.
no,
But
No?
drinking.
taking it easy.
Yeah, I'm going to take it easy for New Year's.
You guys
Yeah?
are going steelheading too.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's how we're gonna celebrate. We
Mhm.
did that last year, and we're gonna do that again because, of course, this is not actually New Year's Day.
No,
No.
we are
Pre-recorded.
pre-recording and looking very much forward to New Year's Day.
Yeah, because we won't actually all be together
Where are you gonna be, Ilma?
on the river with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be in Ottawa.
Yeah, you're gonna be on it. Really, it's just you.
Yeah, it's just
you're
me.
you're the problem.
Last year you caught a nice steelhead on your.
Huge.
You could say personal best.
Oh yeah, it was sick, man.
Yeah, it was sick. Well, maybe that's a good segue into what we're going to do today.
Mhm.
Like, look back on the year, look at some of our favorite moments. We've asked some people, we reached out to the online community, listeners,
Mhm.
to tell us about some of their favorite stories and also if they have any questions for us. And I think we got a little bit of feedback to go through. Yilma's got a Fact or Fishy.
I got a fact of fishy.
We're going to do something that we did last year, which is called Mitchie's Future 5.
Yep.
We'll talk about what we're looking forward to in 2020. And, yeah, I mean, guys...
Yeah.
We had a good year this year.
Yeah, we had a great year. We traveled a lot this year.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, if we pull up, you're pulling up our Facebook. Could you pull up?
Yeah,
our
I got it
Facebook?
open here. Yeah.
Cool. So on the photo, we got a comment, a question from a viewer, which I think will.
We got Roger from Milk Lake Wilderness Resort said we should be doing the year-end podcast here. You guys are true ambassadors of fishing. Here it is to a fantastic 2020.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, Roger.
Thanks, Roger.
Well,
awesome, man.
Let's start driving.
Yeah, seriously.
They look like they have so much snow already. Oh my
They do.
God.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
We went up there. Well, we'll talk about all the places we went, but we went up there. We went up there. When was that? Like June?
September.
September, right? Jesus, my memory is just a whole
Yeah, well,
other thing.
Because we don't sleep.
But we had a great time, and then now you look at pictures and there's snow, and they're super into snowmobiling season.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
That's
time.
the thing, right?
It'd be fun to do some ice fishing up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big
Yeah.
time.
We have another comment here on our Facebook post. Hi, guys. Great podcast. Another year of interesting discussions. I'd like each of you to give us your single highlight for the year. That moment in 2019 that stands out in your memory, not because it was an exotic destination or some kind of unique fish, but because it was a moment, a brief experience that you had to take pause and think, this is why I'm in the sport. This is why I love fly fishing so much. Wow, what an interesting question.
That's a wonderful question.
Asking that. Jeez Louise.
I think at the perfect moment. If I could
Yeah,
start
kick it off, man. Yeah, it's a good way to kick it
Let's
off.
kick it off with you, yeah.
Funny, it's hard to not relate back to the perfect fish or any of that stuff, but because that's the thing that drives the adrenaline when I fish. But when I caught that bonefish, the first bonefish, there was a moment where everything froze, and I felt like this is why I do this sport.
What was it that what?
I don't know. I just picked it up, and it was such a happy moment that I just reflected.
Was it the first bonefish you caught on the fly?
Yeah,
maybe there was something in that.
maybe something in that. But I could feel the happiness go straight through me, and I think that moment was like, okay,
That was your highlight.
that was my highlight.
Like it was a happiness more than just the happiness of landing a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The destination, I guess. The place you were.
The people we were with?
The people you were
Not
with.
the people, although.
Sorry.
What was it about it that made you happy?
Well, I don't know.
Happy.
I think it was just a combination of everything, right? And just picking up that bonefish really just, I don't know, solidified everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Although, what about you? What was your most
Shit.
standout memory in 2019? This is why I'm in the sport. This is why I love fly fishing so much. We've had so many.
We've had so many.
Moments
I'm
this
trying
year.
to. Yeah, we've had a lot of
in
moments this
such
year.
different places.
I think. Okay. The first thing that came to mind. I'm just gonna say the first thing that came to mind because you're right. There was a lot.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to mind was when the first morning in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The first morning in Texas when we got the boats in the water and I was with Joe and Joel, and we were like, and Joel like hit the throttle like, and the boat started flying away, and then all of a sudden all the dolphins started popping up out of everywhere, and like the big, oh my god, oil like drilling stations are in the background. It was like kind of like strange, and it was like just to see that kind of like juxtaposition of like nature and man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's like a moment there that I was like, whoa, this is like pretty adventurous and cool.
Totally.
It was just so foreign, and I was like, people always say love like fly fishing because of the places it takes you.
Yeah.
That's
what it was this year.
Yeah. I mean, we got to go to a lot of places this year.
We did.
But that moment was just like, I was like, oh man, this is like, this is living.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
100%.
like had the cameras. It was just like cool. It was like something we've worked towards. We put ourselves out there. We fly ourselves down to places. I mean, we get, Joe put us up and hosted us and stuff, but we like make the considerable effort to go to these places and meet these people, and the strange circumstance of meeting Joel even, Joel's got his camera out. We've got our video camera out, and we're like peeling down the Texas coast with dolphins jumping out. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Texas was insane.
So if it's like, why, what was the last thing in that, it's like, what keeps you doing this, or what keeps you?
Why I love fishing so much. What is the moment that made you pause and think, this is why I love
there was that
fly
moment
fishing.
for sure. Cause I was just like, I love fly fishing because look where I am, look who I'm with, and look what I get to experience.
That's an awesome answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably worth like looking at where we went again this year. Just quickly, we recap. And Texas was a big one. That was a lot of fun. So different for us.
Yeah, well, we could go chronologically.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Where'd we go?
Yeah, it was like the first trip would have been like while I was in Pennsylvania. You guys were in South Africa.
I know, it's so sick. It was so fun.
Yeah, I was with
Crazy.
Tim Camisa. You guys were with Upstream Angling?
Upstream fly fishing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Shout out to our guy taking us out. It was awesome. It was such a good day. That was a fun trip. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wild Rainbows.
Wild
South
Rainbows
Africa.
in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Cape Town, to be specific.
Yep.
Wild Browns. I was with David Adams too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
out.
that's right.
Another guest.
And then what was next after that?
Yilma and I went to the Maitland.
Yeah.
And that's where Yilma caught his first.
Oh, right, yeah.
Steelhead.
Yeah, that was a fun.
And that was with a guest too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We also went to Tulum,
Mm-hmm.
Elk Lake,
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were going to chronological.
Texas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. We've done too many trips.
Went to
I can't
Buckshot.
remember. Went to
Buckshot.
Buckshot.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did
I fell into the Saugeen,
Saugeen.
but that was by myself.
Yeah.
More Grand River stuff. We
I-
did lots of Southern Ontario
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, we went
obviously.
to we went to the Gathering.
Yeah, I went to the gathering, the bamboo gathering. James Bond had us out.
Yeah.
We learned how to build bamboo fly rods and met
And
some really
remember
cool
the
people.
nets?
And the nets were really cool
the
too.
Nets were so cool.
The nets were so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mitch, you had that really great dry fly morning the next morning
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
bamboo. So
Yeah.
that was very fitting.
That was fun.
Them,
That was
the
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
the Hendricksons, Hendrickson Hedge. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good travel, a lot of good moments.
So yeah,
tough
so
to
Mitch, yeah, the question comes to you then.
Mm-hmm.
What moment stood out for you?
What moments stood out for me? This is why I love fly fishing so
Yeah,
much.
Like this is why you do it.
I think that it's the moment. So it was a great time when we were up at Buckshot Lake, bass opener. That's my favorite moment of the year because it was like much anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Like all winter, we like waited for that day, you know, where the weather's finally warm. It's
It was
such a slow burn, you know.
such a nice day.
It was such a nice day.
It was like
perfect,
so sunny.
warm, sunny, chill. It was just the three of us out there in our little tubes,
Yeah.
drinking beers, kicking around, catching tons of largemouth bass.
Tons.
It was
of
super
largemouth.
fun.
Yeah. And
So
there
I
was
think.
there was
What do you
remember that catch when we all linked up boats or rafts and
And ate Doritos.
and ate
Oh
the-
yeah,
But one of our line there are flies in the water and
Yeah.
like we
It
actually
was
caught
your
one.
rod.
Yeah.
yeah. You caught
Yeah,
a fish.
you caught a fish while we were eating Doritos.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's what I think that's my favorite memory because it was just fun. The three of us out there, a couple of buds hanging out, you know, local water. Like I love traveling and fishing new places. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
man, it's fun, and especially like getting to go to places that you'd be like that you've always dreamed of going or read about.
Yep.
Texas is a great example of that. Fucking South Africa obviously was amazing. We got a chance to fish when we were there.
Mm-hmm. Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico. So it's like, obviously those places are great, but fishing home water, it's just like, that's what I'm going to be doing when I'm
Dead. I mean,
almost dead.
yeah, approaching death.
That's what I'm
yeah.
going to be doing when I'm like 70 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what I started doing when I was a kid. So it's kind of just like, it's kind of the most purest, truest form of fly fishing to me. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, home water is the most special place. So I think that was my favorite thing.
Nice.
Favorite memory and why I love fly fishing so much.
That's a good point. Like, I was happy that I got back to the Maitland and the Saugeen this year, even though it was only once.
Yeah, we went to Indiana as well, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
Fished
yeah,
the
yeah.
White River with our friends at Fly Masters and Two Forks Guide.
Yeah, yeah.
And we made a flick about that. Obviously, you can check it out on our Facebook page or at SoFly.ca.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a good trip. But what's cool is when you get to travel,
Mm-hmm.
you get to meet all the people who fish their home waters and get to feel their passion for their home waters. You know what I mean? Like in Indiana, was a great example.
Yep.
Or Texas, like Joe absolutely like loves
Yep.
Texas coast and like fishing there.
Yep.
So it's like the same thing. Like
I'd even say Rhett down in Mexico, like,
Yeah.
I know he's not from there, but he's been fishing it since the 80s.
yeah. So it's may as well. be
He's
there.
really, he does love
Yeah.
fishing there. Like,
Yeah.
he loves that water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool, like that's one of my favorite things about traveling is the passion, learning the people's passion and why they like what they, and it's like everybody is just like loves their home water. So I think that's the takeaway,
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the trips, yeah, super fun.
Temagami.
Temagami, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Timmins? Oh, went to Timmins.
Oh yeah. We went to Timmins. I forgot about that. Yeah. We went to Timmins.
But
to
that
do
wasn't a fishing trip.
No, we were just,
I
up
mean,
there.
in a way,
teaching.
it was a fishing trip.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we didn't fish.
it was a fishing
Fish community trip.
community trip.
Yeah.
Which was great. I mean, we met Colin and we met the guys from
Fish on.
Fish On and stuff,
yeah.
and they were really, really nice.
Yeah. Colin was fun hanging out with Colin. We
Oh,
just
so much fun. I can
drank
hang with that guy.
beers and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Talked about the fly fishing industry. That was pretty cool. As
Yeah.
it pertains to Ontario specifically, which is very interesting.
yeah, we're gonna have him on the show too, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Trying.
recording him soon, hopefully.
Yeah. While we're back in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Mitchie and I are back in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, I was happy that I got back to the Maitland. I got to show you the Maitland. And
Hmm.
next year, you guys have got.
I want to go to Maitland.
Oh, you went to the Saugeen with Trip
I did.
on your birthday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So I did a birthday trip with Trip.
A birthday trip.
A birthday trip on the Saugeen. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then, Mitchie, I want to get you on the Saugeen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to fish the Saugeen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think next year will be an interesting time. 100%. Fish the Saugeen and
Mm-hmm.
the beaver.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
those kinds of rivers over there.
Actually, technically, I was on the Beaver. I mean, we were like, it's where all those rivers meet.
Right.
I think that's how he explained it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just went to the Beaver instead because the water was colder, and we were targeting Brooks.
Nice.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
yeah, so
Nice.
technically it was on the Beaver.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Unless I was wrong, Trip. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Maybe it's good that you're wrong because maybe it's like a secret spot and we shouldn't know about it.
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah.
But you got to fish that region, which is cool.
I remember when bushwhacking
Yeah.
this year with Trip. I was like, I don't know where we are.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I couldn't find it again, even if you showed me the trailhead.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah, he's
he
pretty
knows
good.
that area.
Oh, yeah.
well. I would
Very
say.
well. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is cool. And then we had like a great year
Mhm.
podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. We had tons of guests on the show.
I mean, we started doing 2 a month,
Yeah.
like dedicated, 2 a month, which was
Yeah,
awesome.
people wanted more. You guys are hungry for more, so we delivered. We hope you're happy with that, everybody.
Who was your favorite, or what was your favorite episode?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna go back and look at some of
I don't know.
my favorite
if
episode from the year. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough.
Last year, I listened to our end of year last year,
Yeah.
and Mitch, you said, I think it was Gab that asked you who you're looking forward to recording the most,
Mhm.
and you said April Vokey,
Yeah.
and then we did.
Yeah. That was an awesome show.
I think you
Yeah.
did a really good job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I wasn't
Yeah.
there for that show,
Yeah.
but I set it up,
Yeah.
and so it was cool listening to that conversation. My mom
Yeah.
called me and was like, "That was probably your best, your guys'
Nice.
best show." Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
she
gotten
was
that-
great.
Yeah.
And my mom doesn't know who April Vokey is really. Oh,
Yeah.
now she does after that show.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Elman?
No, I was just gonna say Dane, one of my buddies that we frequently fly fish with. He
Yeah.
loves that episode.
April Vogue
Yeah,
episode.
April.
Yeah, it was a fun. I mean, it was cool getting to talk to April. You know.
I just think it was like a really honest conversation about like where the state of
Yeah.
her thoughts on fishing in general, like, and
Yeah.
catch and release,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
it's almost like we preach catch and release and whatever, but to actually think about it and like,
Mm-hmm.
like, are we doing harm? Are we doing good? It was cool. It was
Mhm,
an
absolutely.
interesting episode. Yeah, it almost seems taboo to like question catch and release, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's like good to like peel back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in a cool place. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We interviewed a lot of people. Like we started with Colin Huff.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a good episode.
Yeah, and then James Bond talking about bamboo. We had Jared from Fly Lords on, which was cool. Tim
Mhm.
Camise, obviously, which was awesome. Kiefer Pitfield was an awesome guest.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to the shop at Drift. We recorded live in Filson.
We recorded live at Drift and Filson. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Back
Yeah.
to back, which was fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks people for coming out and being on the show for that one.
And
We,
thanks for Drift and Filson hosting us.
absolutely. We had DJ Dopey on, Kayla Lockhart out in Oregon.
Oh yeah.
And
Yo,
then-
maybe. Sorry.
yeah,
Maybe we get Dopey to come with us to go west.
go swing.
Yeah.
Go
just to
swing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Be super fun. DJ Dopey is the man.
He is
He's
the
a
man,
great
yeah.
steelheader.
He was a great steelhead. That was a great episode too.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Man, we had Mark Mattson on, Les Stroud, which is probably my favorite episode, if I'm being honest, because I'm such a huge fan of Les Stroud for my entire life. So having him on the show was nuts.
Yeah.
It was insane getting to interview a massive hero of mine.
My hands were shaking. I don't think
It was crazy.
I
man.
hardly talk anyways, but I didn't talk.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the words out.
And it was cool, like talking about, every time we've done an episode on Temagami, it's always about our experience of Temagami
Yeah.
and like fishing it. It's cool listening to like somebody who's basically
Yeah.
lived in the moss of Temagami
Oh, yeah.
and like talked about the history and
Knows it so well in
Yeah.
such a different, intimate way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I loved it because we weren't just talking about fly fishing.
Yeah.
We were talking about the environment.
The whole adventure.
Yeah, the adventure of it, everything.
and they hit like the history of activism in the area too, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Eric going back and forth. Obviously, Eric's a big friend and awesome guy.
Yeah.
And them going back and forth in Eric's shop was really, really cool. And also, that podcast got me so jazzed to go paddling and camping in the
Yeah.
backcountry up there. Like Les talking about it, I was like, my God, I gotta go do like a 7-day.
Like a big trip. yeah.
paddling.
Maybe that's what we
Yeah.
do next year.
I think we need to, because like God, like just if you haven't listened to it or haven't listened to it in a while, episode 46, go listen to it. Like you're gonna, especially in the winter now.
How did
that
you
it's the
get
new
him?
year.
How'd you get him? Did you just email, like cold called him?
Yeah, I emailed him. I had been emailing Les for like a couple years, and finally, he was like, other times I was like, oh, he's too busy, and I was like, yeah, fair enough. And then this time he was like, yep, if yeah, if you can get up to Temagami, he'll be there playing a show. So if you can do that, he's down. I'm like, okay, sick. So Yelma and I drove up there in the morning, took the day off work, drove up, set up, slept in Eric's store for like 3 nights, which is super weird. And like in the aisles with Andy Vanderkay, a very good photographer and friend.
Yeah.
And
That's so good.
yeah, we recorded him, and then we went and saw a show at night, and then we just went fishing, had some beers, and hung out and slept in Eric's store.
Oh, you guys had a good fishing day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so hot. Remember those?
Not
Man.
no the after lunch. Because I remember you guys.
Yes.
You guys were like texting. I was like, how's the fishing, you guys? It's terrible. Like Mitch was like, it's terrible. It's hot. I fucking hate it. I was like, what?
I was melting
And then
because I was
He
wearing,
was wearing jeans.
Yeah, I know you're wearing jeans. You wore
And his
jeans
bloodstones.
you wore jeans the entire time in Indiana. It was like 40 degrees. I was like, what are you doing?
Whack. I need to get better like summer fishing clothes when I'm not wearing like waders. You know?
Yeah.
Because I just don't own like those, like nylon-y Sims pants and things. Like
Well,
now you do.
I got the patty. No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. I wore like fleece.
Dude, he
like,
wore fleece on
like,
the fucking.
what's that called? Like long johns.
Oh my god.
It was
no, but
hilarious.
you have shorts now. You're gonna wear shorts
In
more
Texas,
often.
I was wearing like
Yeah,
long johns
that's-
and then like this high-tech Sims
Yeah, he had
fishing
this
shirt.
He had this new dope ass Sims. Like it's like a hybrid.
Yeah, I like that shirt.
Yeah,
It's like that dry fit
It's dry
sleeves.
dry fit sleeves,
Yeah.
and
It's a nice shirt, but it's like not necessarily my style. But I had that on, and then I had like long johns,
you just had fleece pants on. It
Yeah.
was hilarious.
and they were tight.
God.
And then
In
I
the
had
Texas
buffs,
sun.
and I was wearing socks. It was weird, man.
You
I
look
did
good.
not.
You look good.
Yeah, I felt like I looked insane. But it
Well,
was-
I mean, yeah.
But you have Patagonia shorts now.
yeah, it was better than jeans though. I did bring shorts to that trip, but I just don't like wearing shorts.
yeah, that's fine.
You know,
I will
mean?
say, like, I did like the I liked wearing my runner's tights underneath my shorts
Yeah,
because those pants I bought are
protects from the sun too.
yeah. That's the thing
yeah.
is like you don't want to burn.
Exactly. That's the
Like
biggest thing.
you're hotter in leggings, but you burn.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'll take being a little bit.
I'm a
longer.
shorts guy, hands down, all the way.
Well,
Yeah.
you got that,
Got
skin.
those- yeah, you got that nice legs too, man.
Oh,
You
do
know?
I? You like my legs?
Oh, baby,
I
yeah,
don't know if I
you got
like
great
it.
legs. But I'll say that it was hilarious. Maybe we use that picture of me on all those Watermaster, like just absolutely
dying?
melting.
Yeah, the year in review. You're just
my
dead.
Oh, do we have that photo?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
that photo.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so good.
That was fun. And then we got back to the store. Remember, me and you like argued for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, you argued with me.
Oh, come on now. I was
Yeah, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
yelling
So I
at
was
me.
texting these guys, and I was like, because when we were up there in 2018,
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
with Max, remember we walked that whole river, caught shit,
yeah.
but then
I took him there.
but then we got to the river mouth and we had a great day, and then so Yilma's like, oh man, I don't know, we're not having any luck.
Yeah.
Trying to find fish where we haven't fished before. I was like, why don't you just go where we went? Just go straight to the river mouth
Yeah,
on Red Squirrel Lake,
decent drive in.
and just go straight there after lunch and just kill it. And you did.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was
It
such
was
a good
awesome.
night.
Yeah.
Remember?
As
Yeah.
soon as you took off the jeans
Totally.
and you put those nice shorts on,
Yeah.
his face turned.
Sorry, excuse me.
I got
From a-
amped.
He got so amped. He was happy. He was talkative. He could I didn't even put the music on in the car because he was just talking my ear off. He was so excited. And then when we got to the river mouth, he was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!
Oh,
my
there's
God, I love
so
these
many
shorts."
bass there, dude.
So many bass.
Huge hogs.
It's like a creek that flows into a lake,
Mm-hmm.
and like the mouth of a creek into a lake, and there's decent current, and you just pop up on either side of that inflow, and you just swing streamers through it, and you just hit pretty much every cast is a
Every
different
cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
bass. 1, 2, 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fish.
Yeah, amazing,
Yeah.
so much fun, and we just like no one's really on that lake. There's like a campsite behind us. That's about it. It's
Yeah.
a decent drive down like a logging road, and then we just had a great night.
Yeah.
Bugs weren't really bad.
No, bugs aren't bad.
We
at all.
were wet wading, which
Yep.
was sick.
Yeah.
That was sick.
That
That
was
was
sick.
actually
I love wet wading.
a really good
When you get the
highlight for
when you get the
sure.
option.
Mhm.
Like I know Jeff Parks.
Yeah.
He's always like, oh man,
Just wet wade.
when the waiters come off day, he's like, it's always a good day.
I know.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should wet wade more for sure.
Totally. Especially that.
Mhm.
Especially that lake was just like wow, it
You
was
can-
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a sick day. But Let's Trout was awesome. Mark
Yep.
Mattson of Swim Drink Fish was a
That-
great show too.
That was a good show. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just such an
Oh.
interesting guy.
Well, we listened.
that was-
I listened to that episode on the way to Indiana.
Yeah, that was a really
Yeah.
good. He's great. I think that's my favorite.
Mark Mattson
Yeah.
from Swim and Drink Fish.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna take him. I had a great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he's
very
awesome.
very enlightening. I think that was the education that he was, talking about with single use plastics. that's the stuff that I loved because he was just giving information that I don't really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of cool too. But I wasn't expecting him to know Gord Downey
I know.
Yeah.
that well, and that was like kind of a Canadiana.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome to get to
That
talk
thing.
about
And he knows less too.
Gord. Yeah, and he knows less
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had my dad on the show.
Well, that was fun.
We did a bass opener.
That was fun.
Those jokes. Remember that?
I still want to do the
Papa
like
Dave.
the Mother's Day episode where we have our moms on the show,
Yeah, and
Well,
like
we-
talk about fly fishing.
or like go fishing with our moms.
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Record some audio and then put it into a show.
that- Yeah,
Should
just
totally
be
do
like-
that.
My mom would be like, "Oh my god, it'd be so hilarious."
It'd be hilarious.
My mom, I feel like my mom and Yoma's mom are like the same person.
Yeah.
Just based solely off of their Instagram interactions with us.
Yeah.
Oh my god! My mom, I can just picture my mom in a fly rod, Trinidadian accent. Oh my god! What is this?
It's
That's
freaking
a
out.
terrible accent though.
My
That's
mom,
awesome.
my mom's like, "Well, I know I had to go in the water, but do we have to go in the water?"
So good.
Freaking out constantly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. That was a funny episode.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
sun tired.
Oh my god. Because that's the day we
That
were
was
at
the
bass
day
opener.
we were
Yeah.
bass opener. Yeah.
Floating around all day out there. Oh, I love bass fishing, man. I can't wait for next opener.
I know.
Float tubes and just like beautiful weather and
Yeah.
no worries.
I wouldn't mind that being a tradition.
Yeah. No reason why it can't be. It's my birthday too.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it all works out.
Okay.
Indiana.
So that's what the M stands for.
That's the M stands for.
Oh.
I have a hat that has an M on it for Emotioneer, which is James Reed's production company.
Hey,
Shout out to James.
shout out to James, who
And,
also is friends with Dopey.
Yeah, and there's an M on it, and we keep saying that's what the M stands for just everything.
Doesn't make any sense, but
Makes
it
no
me
sense.
laugh.
Indiana was a great episode, obviously.
Yeah.
Rise of the White River, Triumph of the White River. The White River is one heck of a story. Thanks for having us down, Jason
Yeah, and thanks for letting us record in the store, Derek.
And Wade.
Fly Masters.
and Derek of Fly
What's the fly
Masters.
shop called again?
Fly Masters.
Fly Masters in Indianapolis. Yeah, and then man, we've done banging podcasts this year.
Yeah, I know we have.
Mark
we did-
Kingwell.
Mark Kingwell. Wait, what is that the episode after Indiana? No.
No, after Indiana was our Aurora Trout trip to Elk Lake
right.
Wilderness Resort. We had Roger and Mary from Elk Lake Wilderness Resort on the show, and we went fishing for Aurora trout, which we got skunked fishing Auroras, but we had an awesome time after. We're just like, all right, well, screw this
Well,
and let's go fish bass, and we caught so many bass
and pike.
and pike.
I lost a massive pike.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what
you
was
did.
cool in that on that trip was I'd never been to a fish hatchery like that before.
Yeah, that's right. That was cool.
Or sorry, the fish culture station. I'd
Yeah.
never been to one before, and we got there, and there was one of the employees there showed us around for like hours.
Yeah, he was
Showed
great.
us all the fish,
It's
like
very knowledgeable.
and we got to learn about the different strains of like Nipigon, like lake trout and
Man, we
brookies.
saw them
and-
all. He showed us
and he
them.
showed us the auroras, and like that was really cool too, and
Mhm.
and just the history of trying to revitalize that population. So yeah, we didn't catch one. Nobody did on that lake,
Yeah, no, there was a bunch of people trying
Yeah.
to fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
It was just a tough fishing. It was just tough fishing.
it was tough fishing.
No way around it.
But at the same time, we did learn a lot, and
Oh, yeah.
again, appreciated being up there for sure.
Honestly, just being on the lake with Aurora trout, it's just like, this is cool because they're
Mhm.
only there, Auroras.
Mhm.
And there's just got such a cool history to them. And Roger was explaining like the history of the region and,
Yeah.
the loggers that used to be there and the brothel that's on like Lady Evelyn,
yeah,
smooth
yeah,
water
so
there. And
cool.
yeah, it was just awesome getting to fish with Roger and float around that lake.
And I loved that podcast, like recording under
that was fun.
the stars.
I was smoking a
outside.
cigar while we were recording.
Yeah,
It was
great.
awesome. It was awesome, right in the pavilion with Roger, who's got an awesome radio voice.
Yeah, he
Shout
does.
out Roger.
Yeah,
yeah.
he
He
totally does.
was great to have as a co-host. I'm not even a guest. That
Yeah.
was like more like a co-host thing.
Yeah, if you guys are planning a trip anywhere, if you're in the anywhere, if you're in the Ontario North America region, I mean anywhere really, you could get up to Elk Lake Wilderness Resort, and
Fairly easily.
I would definitely consider that as an awesome plan for a trip next year if you guys are, because it's New Year's, maybe people are thinking about trips, like make that a priority because
And
like
the food.
damn,
Sorry to interrupt, Mitch,
yeah,
but the food
they get good food,
is incredible.
nice place to stay,
Yeah.
It's
everything you need to get into the fish, like-
dude, worry free.
yeah,
Worry
worry
free.
free.
If you
It's
want it to
fun.
be, if you want them to take care of everything,
Mhm.
they'll take care of everything. Like they'll cook
Yeah.
your food,
It's awesome, and it's just
fill
so
up the boats.
such a wild place up there. That's
Oh, yeah.
Northern Ontario.
That's the
man.
other thing is like you can fish for bass, pike, walleye,
Yeah.
and every type of trout.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
I know. It's so sick.
sure.
And there's like lakes with like Nipigon brookies up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like we said, Aurora trout if you want
Splake.
to. Like Splake,
Splake, yeah.
the Splake fishing we did 2 years ago, which was amazing.
yeah, rainbows.
So fun.
We
Oh,
haven't
man.
we haven't explored the rainbow
Oh, yeah.
lakes
Yeah,
yet,
we
but
haven't.
I think we
Totally
should.
going to.
I think next time that would be cool.
Agreed.
And you know what? We haven't really spent a whole lot of time on the Montreal River, and
No.
honestly,
It's sick.
it's sick.
And you have the Lunds.
Yeah.
And you just go right off the dock and
Yeah.
boom.
You guys
Yeah.
were banging pike and
Oh god, I love it. I love it up there, man.
Yeah, me too. I love it up there too.
Yeah, if you're planning trips, Elk Lake Wilderness Resort is great. Or if you want to do a trip to Temagami, hit up Eric at TOC
Yeah, if
Temagami
you
of
want
Franco.
the backcountry experience.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
a paddle in, like fully rugged, sleeping in.
They're
tents kinda
moving.
thing.
I saw that
Did you
they're
see that?
moving locations.
To that big main Temagami building.
That's awesome.
They bought it and they're renovating it.
Good for them.
Amazing.
It's so cool. I can't wait to see what they do with that space.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be kind of like a community hub. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
It'll be
super
like a
cool.
sweet little community hub.
Yeah.
He's so passionate about trying to revitalize Temagami and make it more of
A hub.
yeah, like and capitalize on outdoor recreation.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he's gonna do with this building because it really is like the building's right in the middle and
Yeah.
it's big and it's like
right by the water. It's great.
yeah, I'm excited to see that
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, check that stuff out too. But
And there's an airport right beside it.
is there
Well, like the
the
float plane.
the float plane
Yeah.
strip?
Still
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
yeah. If you can get in by float plane, you can somewhere land.
And then the next episode, Mitch, was that was
That was Kingwell.
That was Mark Kingwell.
Yeah.
That is easily my favorite episode.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
I
How so? Tell us.
well, I had read Mark's cocktail book
Mm-hmm.
before really getting
Yeah.
understanding how much I knew he wrote Catch and Release. I didn't realize how many other pieces he wrote, like in the Gray's Sporting Journal, and
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty
and,
active.
And he's pretty active, and I just really enjoyed. I just like the way he writes,
Yeah.
and that just episode was great. I could have easily spoke like. There's a guest that I really want to have back on because
Yeah.
it was like
I think we will.
I could have kept going for hours. It was
Oh,
just
man.
so interesting. I just like the way he views the world.
He has so much to talk about because he is like a accomplished writer and
Yeah.
well, he's a philosopher.
Philosophy professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously he's very well spoken.
Very well.
That's a great one too. I always wanted to have him on the show.
Yeah.
He's a good vibe.
That
And
was
he
a-
wants to fish with us. He can't wait to fish with us too.
That was a good
Mhm.
call.
Yeah.
Super.
And
cool.
actually, I got to thank Mark. He gave us a little shout out in an article he wrote for the Globe,
yeah,
and that was super unexpected.
that was cool.
My roommate, best friend Paul's dad,
Hmm.
he I guess he has a subscription at the Globe.
Yeah.
He gave me the article. He's like, "Oh, look, this is about fishing." I started reading it, and I was like, "Oh, who wrote this?" And I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, Mark wrote this. How amazing!"
Yeah.
And then so I'm reading it, and I get to the end of the article, which is where there's a little paragraph about us in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And that was a really cool feeling.
Best. One of the best
That was
feelings.
like I think my best feeling this year.
Yeah.
I felt so proud or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
That was good. I sent it to my dad, my sister, my whole family.
Oh man,
I
I've
know,
been
I
a fan
t-
of Mark's for so long
sent
too.
it to
For him
my-
to write about the podcast
Yeah.
in a thing, I was like, that's super cool.
yeah.
So thanks, Mark.
So thanks, Mark.
Thanks,
yeah,
Mark.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, then we had Dan Bannister on, Yilma's buddy, and we talked all kinds of fishing.
Mhm.
We had
Definitely
David-
got me interested in
Cutthroat?
New Hampshire.
Or New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire.
I was
yeah.
like, okay, cool. Sure.
Absolutely. We had David Adams on, our buddy there, talk about his first year in fly fishing.
Oh yeah, and our trip to Gaspé.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Went to
I
Gaspé
went-
Bay.
Oh yeah, I went to Gaspé.
So many places
Oh,
we went.
I
keep
caught an
forgetting.
Atlantic salmon this year.
That's
Well, I
awesome.
caught 3.
So
but-
radical.
Yeah.
Then we went into
It's amazing.
Tulum, and we went into Texas,
Yeah.
and then Chris. So then we're here. Now we are here.
Oh yeah, we've got. I guess Ian's show would have already come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Ian as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr.
Ian
Ian Martin.
Dr.
Which is
Ian
where I stayed in Gaspé.
Yeah.
Martin.
Not funny.
What are some
Full
nice?
circle.
What are some little behind the scenes tales from Tulum? You guys got any cool, funny stories we didn't talk about? I didn't go on Tulum. What's some stuff that happened?
Well, the funniest thing was losing my bag.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Like,
woof.
but then it all was fine in the end anyway.
Yeah. I think that was like I loved how you kept your composure and not freak out. And
Oh well,
Yeah.
I know he's freaking
I was
out
silently
inside,
freaking out.
but
Yeah.
he just kept his cool. He's like, no, it'll show up.
Yeah.
No sense worrying about it now.
Yeah.
I will say Rhett calmed me down a lot. He's like, it's gonna come. He's like, they'll get it to you.
Yeah,
And I was
they
like,
delivered it right to us while we were having.
I was like, I had a taco in my mouth, and the guy was like, I'm here. I was like, okay.
And I love that. It's so sick.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I thought that was behind the scenes from Tumalum.
The crocodile was kind of freaky deaky, with a size of sneaky.
Sneaky deaky.
Yeah.
Was there anything? Oh, the mosquitoes running from that.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The day, like, so the little path was not that far.
Yep.
Through the mangroves, but the mosquitoes were so bad, and just like having to run through the woods every day was like, it felt really silly. Like I felt silly doing it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What are
that.
behind the scenes? Oh, I forgot to pack the lunches one day. That was dumb. I packed all the snacks, all the drinks, and we had gotten into a good, like, we would make tortillas for the next day kind of thing because they pack down really easily.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I like totally forgot them.
I loved after like a hot day of fishing, like a long hot day of fishing,
Yeah.
coming back and just chilling in the pool.
Yeah,
you
man,
know,
I bet.
Just
Jeez.
having a cold one. Didn't even feel drunk because I don't know what it is. What is it about, you know?
What is it about Tecate Light that doesn't make you drunk? Probably because it's 2%.
But you know what I mean? Like the next
Yeah.
day you don't feel hungover. We drank a lot, but then the next day we don't.
It's nice,
you know,
like
ready to
having a
go.
beer after a long hot
Yeah.
day fishing in the Mexican sun.
Yeah. I mean, I was drinking beer all day, but yeah. You know what I
And sleep
mean?
and laying around in the
It
pool.
was just a good trip. Good, like
Yeah, nothing behind the
Nothing-
scenes
yeah.
really happened.
Yeah.
And then like the biggest behind the scenes thing in
Yeah.
Texas was you getting sick, which we've already addressed.
Yeah, woof. Texas was sick, honestly.
Honestly,
yeah.
Texas was
Go to
flawless,
Texas.
man.
yeah.
Until that moment, it was flawless.
Yeah.
Like nobody slept in, nobody got burnt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
nobody's rod broke. I don't know. You
The
know
cool,
what
the cool. I remember when we got out onto the skiffs for the first time, and that's the first time I saltwater fished. And we were going out onto the water, and Matt hit like a big wave and just got like, I got blasted by salt water. It was just like drenched me. I was just like, all right, here we go. That was like my first experience with salt, and then we were just like, and it was
Fishing,
sick.
fishing first experience with fishing or in the salt or just salt in general.
Fishing in the salt, but
Okay.
like,
So it's like
but I've never really spent much time on salt water in general.
yeah,
I
Right.
haven't really
Right.
been- I don't think I've ever even been on a boat in salt water.
right.
Like I've been to Florida and stuff, but not anywhere near like
Not
playing
like-
on the water.
Mhm.
Not like on the ocean.
Yeah, so that was like really like my first salt experience, I would say.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Texas was so fun. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was sick. It was Texas was a really good trip. That's 100%. And also to just tie back to when we were on the skiffs and both boats were like going side by side, and I saw like Chloe on one boat and you and Joel's on ours and Matt's on the other one and Joe's on mine. I'm just like, oh, SoFly is really cool because like all of us met because of SoFly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Literally, none of us would know each other if it wasn't for SoFly,
yeah, it's true.
which is insane.
Yeah, I think that was like that's echoing what I.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
I was just like, well, this is pretty cool what we're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like we're literally and Chloe flew from Montana and Matt's from Montana and Joel's out west and like we're here and it's just like everybody's come together for this fishing trip in the name of like SoFly, and it's like that's pretty radical.
Yeah.
That summed up the year for me, I think, 2019, because I was like in the decade even, because it's like that's a really nice amalgamation of all the hard work we've put into SoFly. Like it's a lot of fun. Obviously, we do it because it's fun and we get to meet all kinds of people and help tell stories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think visually seeing everybody together on those skiffs driving out to fish redfish, people that didn't
Just
know each
laughing.
other from different parts of North America, it's just like, oh, this is like this is like so symbolic of all that work. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there's something to be
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I think there's something to be said about like I don't have a eloquent way to put it. The downness, like how down everyone is with like
Mhm.
I mean for us I think maybe it is because where we grew up and fishing kind of like having to take what we get kind of thing
Mhm.
in terms of like I don't know the
Yeah,
Ottawa,
bass
Ottawa
and-
River or
yeah.
whatever. I think a lot of the people we meet are also those types of people, or maybe that we just naturally gravitate towards each other where
Mhm.
we're just like we're just stoked to fish. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, our like MO is like, we want to go fish all over the world, and we're happy to take you with us.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck, if you're down with that, like, I mean, who wouldn't be? And
Yeah.
I love that we met people that are just so nice and down with that. Like you say,
Mhm.
Chloe, Matt, all those,
Yeah.
Joel, everybody.
They don't complain.
No.
Like we're
Just-
we're getting
yeah.
to go to some pretty amazing places. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, like I would say that we're not going to Pescamaya. Like we had
Mhm.
to like drive like for if we're gonna take Mexico as an example.
Yeah.
You know, we're still putting in some work, and to
Oh,
find
yeah.
people that want to do that, like Joel
Totally,
and
totally.
Andy, and it's not like, yeah, well, we're gonna be staying at Pescamaya. And in
Totally.
the morning, the guides are gonna pack the boats for us. It's like
It's all
it wasn't
DIY.
strenuous, but still, it was like
DIY. It's
gotta
work.
drive an hour,
Yeah.
walk mosquitoes, sun all day.
Yeah.
Aldo forgets the lunches,
Yeah.
and they're just like, okay, rolling with it. Like we're pretty lucky the people we found to work with us.
Oh
Yeah.
man, for sure. Jason and Wade taking us out on their boats and putting in all that hard work to
Holly.
take us fishing, and Holly coming out and
Yeah.
shooting and getting hot and having, I mean, yeah, totally.
And it's just smiling the whole time.
Everybody's
Yeah.
we've met some really, really good people. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're lucky with that. I think that's a pretty good leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sort of way to end 2019. I'd say looking back at that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I listened to 2 episodes yesterday, and
Yeah.
it was the 2019
Mhm.
year in like the year wrap up, and it was also the episode we recorded at Drift, where
Yeah.
we set some goals for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. What were the goals?
Yilma,
were the goals?
your goal was to catch a 20-inch brown. Did that happen?
It did not. It was 13 inches.
Nice fish, man.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah.
What did happen this year for you first? Like bonefish aside of those obvious.
yeah.
Let's say like on Ontario first for you.
Steelhead. Was,
Nice.
Yeah. That was my first, and that was a wonderful adrenaline rush. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm thinking of another. No, that's it. Oh, well,
It's pretty rad.
no. I guess if we caught an Aurora, that would have been another first. But
That was my goal.
yeah.
Catching Aurora?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We definitely tried.
We definitely tried.
Yeah.
Definitely tried.
That was mine. I listened to my own voice, and they're like, I can't wait to fish and catch Aurora trout. And I was like, wah, wah.
One day.
Did I say
we
anything
will.
about tying a fly? I thought one of the.
Oh yeah, your other goal was to tie flies. And did that happen?
No.
Nice.
Do you think you will this year?
No.
Good. At least you're honest.
At least you're honest. It's just there's no fly tying. in
No.
your
I
future.
don't think that's my thing yet.
Good. Well, as long as you're honest. What is your thing for this year? What is 2020 bringing?
Yeah. What do you?
Do you have a goal? Or are you just
BC.
like?
Well, I want to go to BC. I want to
Okay.
fish. Maybe double-handed spay casting on a nice stretch in BC somewhere.
I mean, that's pretty rad.
That's
Yeah.
pretty rad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
You're
that
gonna want to make the first goal how to learn how to double hand cast.
First, I'll get Joe. I'll get Joe to teach me.
Yeah.
Mitch is a good double hander.
I'll get Joe to teach me, and then
Whoa.
both you guys are good double
Wow.
Beef. Spay beef.
Spay beef.
Spay beef.
Speef.
Well, Joel
Yeah.
moved
Mm-hmm.
to Squamish,
He
Yeah.
did.
so and he wants us to come out there bad.
Yeah.
No problem, Joel. See you soon.
And then we'll ask Dopey if he wants to come out too. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Throw
That'd
some
be sick.
scadgy lines.
Oh yeah. What was my goal? I can't remember what it was.
Your goal was it was actually your goal was also a 20-inch brown fish wise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're just like I want to do that. Actually, you said in general you wanted to up your trout game.
Trout in general. Yeah. Well, we had a nice time fishing Hendrickson's. I need to. I'm gonna make that another goal for next year.
You
too.
said you just want to up your game in general,
Up my
like
trout
your
game.
trout game. You
Yeah,
want to
trout
learn
game.
more about trout fishing.
I think that's gonna
Then
be
your other
forever
goal,
Yeah.
Then your other goal was podcast related.
Yeah.
Or I think the question was like, what were you looking forward to?
Yeah.
And you said, I'm looking forward to meeting people that I know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Like as exciting as it is to get
Yeah.
Mark Kingwell or Les Stroud on the show. You're like, what was special this year, in 2018 was
Yeah.
like meeting some personalities that you weren't expecting to meet.
Yeah.
I will say Norm would probably be that
Totally.
person, right?
Totally, yeah.
So would you say there was a person like that this year?
Oh man,
Someone
for
who
sure.
Someone who surprised you, like, or you're like, I wasn't expecting to meet this person, but now,
Yep.
they-
Absolutely.
okay, who?
Probably more than one, but I would say
of course.
I would say Matt Dotson, guide extraordinaire. I did not. So Matt had us down. He invited us to fish in Rockport with Blue Lagoon Lodge and Joe, the owner of Blue Lagoon Lodge. And Matt listened to the podcast and invited us down, and because he heard me say I'd always want to catch a redfish. He's like, "Oh, I guide redfish," so he just emailed us, and we're like, "Yes, times 1,000." But he was the coolest dude. I actually
He really was the coolest dude.
super nice guy, really accommodating, and Matt was. I just really liked fishing and hanging out with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I didn't know anything about Matt before, right? Because He's from Montana. I'm from
we emailed
Toronto.
a bit, but what do you really
Yeah, exactly.
understand from
little
an email?
planning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was, I knew he had just recently had a kid and stuff like that. But when we actually got to hang out and get a sense of personality, it was like, oh yeah, Matt's a really, really good guy. So I was really stoked to meet Matt. But then at the same time, Joe was rad as hell.
Yeah,
Because I had no idea, right? It was just like, oh, Joe owns this place. He's coming by later.
I didn't know anything about Joe.
Nothing.
Like we had only been talking about Matt, and Matt was talking about Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe sent us, I think, one email being like, yeah, excited to have you guys down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
didn't really know anything about us.
No. And I think the same can be said for like Jason, Wade.
Yeah, Wade's
Derek.
probably the top of my list for that.
He's a very special, sweet, quiet, but like knowledgeable dude. Wade.
Yeah, for me that was like a person I really enjoyed meeting. I mean, obviously, again,
every single one.
every single one special. Really had a good time on Wade's boat.
Yeah, because you guys fished with Wade a lot.
Yeah.
So you got to really get to know Wade.
Yeah, that first day specifically, we were like driving around a lot and fishing, and yeah, he's just a honest, cool dude.
That's why it's cool what we do. You get to meet these people, and to your point, like not necessarily famous people, but just people that are super cool. And like the whole Indiana crew, the whole Texas crew, the Rhett, the Tulum crew, everybody. I met so many cool people, and so that is always going to be, I think, an ongoing, especially with SoFly, because we like to meet all kinds of people, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, man, the famous people that have made an impact on creatively or just intellectually on the fly fishing world, 100%. But people that just like fishing nearby rivers.
I want to get Affy on the show, the lead singer of Bahamas.
Oh yeah.
I've been emailing him.
I'm gonna try that.
So if anybody knows him,
hit us up.
He fly fishes?
And he fly fishes.
Maybe he listens.
And
That would be. Can you imagine if he listened to the show?
I know.
And he's just
like, they want me on the show.
That'd be awesome.
He's got some amazing pics of Atlantic salmon.
Yeah. And to that note, Michael Keaton, if you're out there,
if you're out there, Michael,
and Liam Neeson,
we just want to talk, Michael. We just want to talk about fly fishing.
We're not going to ask you about your movies.
We don't want to know anything about Batman.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
But we are big fans. Multiplicity, Tour de Force. Beetlejuice, amazing.
Birdman.
But that's the extent of we're going to go. Birdman, we're not going to talk about your movies.
We're not going to talk about anything, although I really enjoyed The Founder.
I love The Founder.
The Founder was amazing.
Yeah.
And but we don't want to talk about your movies.
We don't want to talk about your movies.
If you're listening, please come on the show. We'll have you on. We'll come to you.
You too, Liam Neeson.
And Liam, of course.
Yeah.
Our good friend Liam. And, Roger Daltrey, Beckham.
David Letterman.
Emma
Jimmy Kimmel.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson's a fly angler too,
anyways. Yeah, we're gonna actually next year we're gonna focus the hell out of getting amazing interviews for the podcast, and definitely make it a focus to bring you guys the best possible podcast content we can do. And do we want to do Factor Fishy with Yelma?
Sure.
Yeah, why don't we do Factor Fishy?
Year in review. Factor
Fishy. For some reason I went blank, and I'm like, is he talking about Mitchie's Fishy 5?
No, Factor Fishy.
Yeah.
Okay. Fact or Fishy. With Yelma, it's time for Factor Fishy. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, take us through, baby.
All right. So I got 3 here for you.
See if you can stump us.
Stump us, Yelma. Stumper
us.
bumper.
My favorite part, the titles.
Oh, I didn't give this one titles, man.
Oh,
I will. I'll off the
make
fly.
them up on the spot.
On the fly.
Hey.
Okay. So
the titles were so good last time.
Oh, the titles were insane.
The Slip. Oh God, what is this?
Okay, well, I guess for this one we'll call it Back to School. Okay.
Weird.
School of Fish, I guess.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh. So some guy in the South, I think, caught a bass.
What the fuck?
Why are you guys always laughing? I don't get this. Inside the bass was another bass, and inside that bass was a guy's high school class ring. Hence the name Back to School. Anyways, okay. From 40
bass to school.
Some guy's class.
Whoa, bass to school.
Whoa. Where's a writer when you need one?
Nice.
God, you're sick. You be my dad.
Absolutely.
Andy Vanderkay. Found a high school class ring from 40 years before or something like that. So the guy who caught the fish calls the guy whose name is on the ring, still living in the same town, and returns the ring.
Tough word, I know.
And returns the ring. And returns the ring.
Okay.
Fact or fishy?
Okay.
Okay.
What
Well,
happens, Oliver?
it's funny because this isn't too dissimilar from like a story from last time,
Oh, okay.
right? Should they find like an engagement ring or like a piece of
Oh,
gold or
it's a watch.
right?
It's a
right,
watch.
right,
It's a watch,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, but this is a fish inside. This is like
So, a
So
guy
okay,
caught a fish.
so yeah,
this is
correct.
bass inception.
So a guy catches a bass, and inside the bass there's a bass, and then inside that bass is a ring. Sees a name on the ring, somehow finds the guy, calls him, and is like, "Hey, I got your glass ring," and then returns it to him.
Yep.
I'm going to say this one is...
Fact.
I'm going to say fact because it's the detail of it was a fish inside a fish, and inside that fish was a ring. If Yilma wrote this story, he would have just made it's a ring and a fish. The fish in the fish is the crazy thing.
I don't know.
Like, it's
now
that-
I'm starting to get fishy vibes, but I'll go stick with fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, instincts were right. It's a fact.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man.
That's
Yeah.
fact?
Yeah, he didn't. The guy who wrote
So where was this?
It was on a blog, like a true story blog. So I mean, he could be lying, but he's saying it was true. So I mean, I'm gathering that it's true.
Where was this?
It was in one of the southern states.
So it's actually
so
true.
vague.
Yeah.
It's so fake.
No, but
One of the southern
hey man,
states.
I'm just there to read it. I mean,
I'm here to read. I'm here to read it. I'm not here to fact check, do any kind of research.
Nice real story, Yilma, yeah.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
you know,
Bass to school.
Bass to school.
I'm like like the weatherman. You know, like they don't know if it's gonna rain.
Okay, yeah, right
I
on.
don't know if-
That's
I don't know if
Don't know if you have to attack them, but yeah, sure.
yeah, man. The weatherman didn't do anything to you, man. Or did he?
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, Yilma, number 2. What's going on here, baby?
So number 2, that's what I'm calling crocodile.
Don't
So
touch that dial.
fact or fishy. So this lady was fishing
Crocodile.
on the Amazon River.
Yeah.
She was fishing for arapaimas.
Yeah.
Exotic.
Yeah, very exotic. And all of a sudden, she felt a little tug, a pull,
Yeah.
and pulled out, landed a 3-foot crocodile.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fact or fishy.
Fact.
Are there crocodiles in the Amazon?
Oh, shit.
It's called an Amazon crocodile.
I can't Google it. I have to just go off of my own
Yeah,
knowledge.
you can Google a story. What's wrong?
I don't
with
know. I don't know if there's crocodiles in the Amazon or not. It's probably a really obvious thing, and
It's probably a super obvious thing.
I'm like an idiot for not knowing. But
yeah, I know.
I'm
There's
just gonna say fact.
I don't know. There's crocodile. There's Nile crocodiles.
Yeah,
That's a different continent.
you? It's a different concept.
maybe there isn't crocodiles in it because
Are there
can
crocodiles?
crocodiles live in fresh water?
Well, they can live in brackish.
But the Amazon's
they?
fresh. I know that much.
No, they have freshwater crocodiles too.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
fact. I guess I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know if there's crocodiles in the Amazon or not.
Oh, I think there are because of like remember that No, that was a tiger.
There's no tigers in the Amazon.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think if there's like the scene
We're trying to
planet
break down
in
our
Planet
knowledge of-
Earth where
right,
the cat eats.
I know there's like pink dolphins.
yeah, those are pretty
There's
cool.
there's and that scene I'm thinking about Planet Earth too.
Yeah, I'm literally just trying to go through Planet Earth.
arowana, which are those cool little fish with the big scales that are good luck and
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Piranhas, of course.
piranhas, peacock bass.
Piranha.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say fact, and you're gonna tell me if I'm.
Fishy.
Aldo wins this one.
Oh shit! So there isn't crocodiles?
There is crocodiles.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, they're called the Amazon crocodiles. I looked it up because I had to make sure because I know that was going to be one of your
So
questions.
this one's fishy.
This one's fishy, guys.
Okay.
And for the last one,
Factor fishy makes me doubt everything.
It does, man.
So I'm like, are there crocodiles?
I know. I had
that's
no
good.
idea.
That's good. See, Amazon crocodile.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh, it's
Interesting.
terrifying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're very scary.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. What's your third factor, fishy, Elma?
Yeah. So Amazon rainforest crocodiles. Okay.
Oh, it says strictly speaking, there are no rainforest crocodiles in the Amazon rainforest aside from the odd American. They may be time to time. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm getting mixed ones too. Because then they were saying something about the.
It's by
It might just be caiman alligators.
Black caiman. They're in the
Black
Amazon
caiman, yeah.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Well, if you know more about it, email us in because it's a very interesting topic.
And it
Yelma,
Mhm.
what's your third factor, fishy, Yelma?
So son and this one's called Shiner Minor because son and dad father and son were fishing off the dock in Florida,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they're
Shiner minor.
throwing shiners in. They threw it in at the same time. That was their bait. That was their bait on the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both of them hooked into the same fish
Okay.
and landed the
Okay.
fish.
Okay, so they
Fact.
both hooked a fish and landed the fish
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
Together.
that's the story?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Why
really
is
the
it called
story.
Shiner minor.
Well, because the kid's minor.
Oh, a minor. So dad and kid fish in. They both hook the same fish and land it.
Mm-hmm.
Fishy.
Fact.
Well, you can't. Well, then one of you guys are going to be right.
Yeah, fishy.
It's fact.
Okay.
Oh
cool.
man, I went 3 for 3.
That's crazy.
Where'd you get that story from?
That was actually like written in like a published.
Is there any more
page.
details to it? Because like a fish hitting a lure,
And then hitting.
I don't think it would hit another lure. It
No,
sounds
it
like
was tail and
got tangled,
tangled. Yeah.
snagged or something.
Yeah. It was like a tangled snag. Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
so you're lying to us.
Well, I mean, like technically, you got the crux of the story.
Well, no, because I was like, oh, what you're saying is
A fish ate
a
a lure
lure.
and then ate the second
lure,
lure.
and I'm like, there's no way that would happen.
There's no way that would happen.
No.
I should have. That's a
And
good
you know
fact
what?
of fishy.
That's
Though.
why I said fishy.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. Nice fact for fishy, Elma.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode where Fact or Fishy continues to get exciting and interesting.
Okay, cool, man. We asked.
Okay, cool, man.
We asked our Instagram audience if they would if anyone had anything they wanted to say on the show. We put this out like last minute, like day before we recorded, and we said, hey, if you want to answer either a Mitchie's Fishy or you want to just tell us your best fishing story from the year, we got a couple people that wrote in. The first one is Scout the Fly Shop Dog, Scout from Drift Outfitters.
What a beautiful dog.
He messages from his Instagram account.
Whoa,
Just
how'd you do
Scout.
that?
I think he's with his little paws.
Oh, that's so cute.
He lacks the opposable thumb.
Scout _ fly _ dog on Instagram. He said, Mitchie's Fishies. I've never actually seen a fish because I'm a 4-month-old puppy, but when I finally get out there, I think I'm going to like the fish that jump because jumping. Scout, I agree with you. And then I said, I love you, Scout. And he sent me back a picture of a bone, like a dog bone.
Oh, nice.
So I guess he's just thinking about treats as a
Me too.
as a puppy would. So thank you for thanks for hitting us up there, Scout. And we also had someone else write us in with his best fishing story of the year.
Oh, nice. Who is it?
It is his name's Robert,
Mm-hmm.
and he sent us his best fishing story, which is this best fishing story of the year: attending Flies and Flights Fishmas edition.
Oh.
Yeah. Gab gave my girlfriend a display ornament for the event. I sneakily took it from her and fished the fly on the Bronte. Caught my biggest brown trout to date. P.S. Love the event. Love the podcast. Wishing SoFly a Merry Christmas and all the best in the new year. How sweet. I love that. It's a nice story.
That is a nice story.
Ties into left field. Flies and Flights nights,
That's so cool.
which we're going to be doing more of in the new year.
There's 3 in the new year.
There's 3 in the
Fabulous. Come out to those. if you
January,
don't.
February, and March.
Yeah.
They're fun, honestly, and like sign up to Tie as well because it's fun. And even if you don't, we go and we have beers and hang out and talk about fishing. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you
Yeah.
if it's sold out,
Yeah.
or even if it's not, if you don't feel like tying, we're there just hanging out. Just come
Absolutely.
hang out, have a beer. It's delicious beer.
Yeah. Very good. Very good
And you
beers.
get to just chill and talk about fishing. Talk about
Hundo P.
Hundo P.
Okay, let's do Mitchie's Future 5. We did this last year too. It was 5 questions that are like Mitchie's Fishies 5, but they're about the future, the next year, looking ahead.
Nice.
So they're twists on the Mitchie's Fishies 5. I'm gonna throw these out there, and we'll go around the table and see what people say.
Okay. Say what in the hole. Say what in the hole.
Okay, you ready? Here's the first one. What's one key learning you took away from a guest this year? One thing you took away from a guest on the podcast. Maybe something that stuck with you the most from one of our interviews. I can tell you mine is what you guys think.
Yeah.
April Vokey.
Uh,
Fantastic show. It was awesome talking to April. I've always been a fan of April, so obviously it was really cool meeting her. And she talked about, like we talked about earlier, catch and release and keeping fish and stuff like that. And that was interesting because I've always been so like big proponent of catch and release. And you almost kind of, when we all hang out, we all talk about catch and release. You kind of get stuck in that cycle where everybody's just like, oh, catch and release, which is like, yeah, catch and release is obviously super important. But talking to her about keeping meat and rethinking, you know, fishing and fly fishing and the actual harvesting of the fish was interesting. And it kind of just like, oh yeah, put things back in perspective for me and reminded me to think about keeping fish and how that's also important, or it could be important, or, you know, it kind of made me rethink catch and release and being so adamant about catch and release. It was just an interesting way to kind of change my perspective and get me thinking differently. I think that show definitely like changed the way I think about, I mean, at least in the time, because she was so like in her head about fly fishing and like where she is in the sport. So it was cool to talk to her about that, because I don't know, sometimes I think about fly fishing and catch and release and you know, why we do it. And she was so reflective. And yeah, I think that really stuck with me. Just her talking about catch and release and talking about keeping fish. That was definitely one thing that stuck with me. What about you, Aldo?
I think I really liked what most recent guest Ian said about that perspective of like, I thought it was an interesting like take on how to analyze like what it is that we do, and we're like, at one point we're the prey, and then when the fish bites, at that moment we become the predator. And I thought that was like kind of an interesting way to look at.
Totally.
I was like, I'd never heard it put like that before.
Yeah, that was a cool takeaway.
So that was a cool takeaway. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because of course we know we're mimicking food or something that the fish wants to eat or at least react to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just an interesting like
totally
take on the whole process.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yelma?
I thought it was interesting when Mark Mattson, when he was explaining the reasons why people don't clean the water or don't care for their waterways.
Yeah.
And it's the signage that prevents them from doing that. The signage that says don't fish, don't swim. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's preventing them from seeing the beauty and the you know, and respecting their waterways so that they don't pollute it. So having those signs are actually counterproductive, right? So I just thought that was really interesting.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they're almost like a barrier, right? Like,
yeah, that's what Swim Drink Fish is all about, taking down signs, right? I think that's an awesome takeaway.
Like a barrier to potential, right? It's like, it says don't swim, but it's like, well,
why?
Can't we fix the problem?
Exactly.
And so those signs turn to, hey, you should swim here.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, don't swim here, then like that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's kind of a big like filter on our whole year too, because we tried to look at conservation and, you know, rehabilitation, take care of the environment, trying to like shine a light more on that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing we didn't talk about was the Patagonia event.
Yeah, with the fish print.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
That was cool.
Okay, here's the next one. Number 2. Who would you like to have on the show next year? One guest that you really want to have on the show.
Mitch?
I would say that a guest I would love to have on the show next year, I want to have Mark Kingwell on again. Because I think there's so many things we could talk about.
Yep.
Damn, who's someone I want to have on the show? It's a tricky one.
Well, we said it last year.
Someone we
so
haven't met.
it was a bit of a cop out, but we weren't able to get the timing down with this Deck Hogan.
Oh, Deck Hogan for sure.
Yeah.
Would love to have Deck Hogan on the show.
What a wicked name.
Yeah.
We tried to get him on, but yeah, exactly. Time just didn't line up.
He released his book and things got really busy for him.
Yeah. So I would love to have Deck. Oh, Michael Keaton. I want to have Michael Keaton on the show. 100%. 100%. We're going to try to like get some people like that, man. Like, why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
I want Affy from Bahamas.
Yeah. Oh, some people from Montana. Just like, we're going to go to Montana and hopefully record some really cool characters that just fly fish there. People that I don't know yet, but maybe this time next year we'll be like, remember that guy from Montana?
Yeah,
that guy was cool.
Yeah, we're going to go visit Chloe and Matt.
Yep.
And we'll record a bunch of podcasts there.
Yeah.
George and James from the George Anderson Yellowstone Angler, they're really cool guys. So to get to actually know them and talk to them more, aside from just buying fishing licenses from them, I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most next year in general? That's the third of the Mitchie's Future 5.
Oh,
Looking forward to most next year.
well,
Trip to Montana.
probably Montana.
Yeah, me too. Really looking forward to that. I mean, we know that's coming.
I
right
think
now,
more so. I mean, I know I've fished Montana twice now.
Hmm.
I think it's more so that I get to hang out with Chloe and Matt again.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's going to be beautiful. I know the
Mhm.
fishing's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to
Totally.
make more memories with those people, right?
Yeah.
And see the way they see that state.
Yeah, because I haven't fished with Matt in Montana yet,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that'll be cool.
Seeing-
and Chloe, it was gonna
yeah.
be sick.
British Columbia.
Home state.
Oh, I'm interrupting. Sorry.
Yeah, Matt. Matt guides on the Madison, which I fished before
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah.
But it'll be cool to experience the Madison with Matt. Also, he said he's getting a jet boat.
Wow, that's so crazy.
I want to
Uh,
meet
pretty rad.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you looking forward to most next year?
British Columbia with Aldo.
I don't know like how that's actually gonna happen, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man.
That's gonna be awesome.
Have fun there. You're kind of Montana, right?
Yeah.
His face
Oh, that's
is
what
he's so shocked.
I was like, oh. Hey, the
Um,
light turned off.
Here's the. What do you mean?
Oh, the red
Red
one.
lights.
Red light.
The flood
The
one.
floodlight.
Oh, the battery died. Oh, bless you, Aldo. My goodness gracious. Oh, bless you, Aldo. My goodness gracious. Okay, here's the fourth. How's your favorite fish changed? I mean, we asked this last year as well on Mitchie's Future 5 on the New Year Show. Has it changed? We've all caught fish that we haven't caught before. Is your favorite fish still the same?
I don't have a favorite fish anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good. That's a
it's
good answer.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
They're all.
They're all cool.
They're all.
I
yeah.
know. That's true, man. But bonefish, are they higher up on that list for you now? Like, would you love to go
Yeah.
back and fish bones or jack?
I would
or?
love to fish, but I would love to catch a jack and a snook.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Trinidad. I don't know if Aldo wants to join me, but we're gonna
Yeah, I do.
definitely do that.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, with the only fly fishing guide in Trinidad. He doesn't. I don't know what his company's name is. I'm sorry, Kester. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. But yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, these. I think all the fish are my favorites. Bone is up there, of course, and steelhead
Bone.
has now
Ooh.
gone up there. But then, like,
Yeah.
fishing for those rainbows, those wild.
Oh my God.
rainbows! I mean, like.
Oh, wait. How could that not be a highlight? I talked
You
about
know?
highlights. I'm like, damn, fish in South Africa? Total highlight. That was the best.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
yeah. So
That was so sick, man. We're
Man,
going to
it
go to
must have
South
been so
Africa.
sick. It
We could
looked
go to
so sick.
Africa.
yeah.
100% we could go to Africa.
Atlantic salmon,
That's your new favorite fish?
easily,
Nice.
easy. I loved redfish.
Yeah.
God, I loved them. They were exactly what I.
Yeah. They're better than I expected.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Dodson put it perfect when he said, if you designed a fish for fly fishing, this is what they'd be.
Mm.
You see them.
Yeah.
You cast to them.
They smoke it.
They smoke it. They fight hard.
They don't flop around. You have them out of the water, which is weird.
There's like
Yeah.
They're just like they're
Freeze.
like
They're
they're in
beautiful.
your hand. They're like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. And then you just release them and they take off like a jet.
Yeah.
Awesome fish.
Great fish.
But Atlantic salmon, though.
There's just.
Was there one guest that said that there was a specific fish that actually looks at you?
Yeah, the salmon.
Oh, it's
That was Ian
Oh,
last
Atlantic
time,
salmon.
yeah.
Ian, yeah.
Yeah, Ian. Yeah. Talked
Yeah,
about
he said when you look at them, they look back.
Wow.
It's
It's
crazy.
like creepy.
So cool.
Okay,
know.
I gotta pay
But-
you back now.
They look right into your soul.
They're just, I mean, they really are like an iconic
Yeah.
image of wilderness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Totally.
captured so many people's non-anglers' imagination too, right? They
Yep.
Yeah.
go. I mean, I don't know. You know the story.
Yeah.
Born in a stream, live in the
Mhm.
ocean, come back and
Mm-hmm.
spawn.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And they're strong as fuck.
100%.
Not as strong as me.
100%.
Mhm.
Where's one place you want to go?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Pump the brakes here. How about
Okay.
you?
My favorite
Fish-wise.
fish?
Yeah.
It's still steelhead. But
okay.
South African rainbow trout. Oh, yeah. Specifically. Those things were sick.
Mhm. They were.
They were and also redfish are really cool, honestly. Like, they're definitely high up on my list of favorite fish to catch.
I mean, yeah. To Yelma's
Still love
point,
steelhead.
how can you even have one anymore?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Exactly. That's the best probably answer. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, they're all sick. That's definitely one thing I'm learning. The last of the five, my friends. Where's one place you want to go? If you could go anywhere this year, this upcoming year, where would you want to go? Maybe it won't happen this year. Maybe it'll happen next year. But if we could go anywhere this year, I'll tell you what mine is. Champomp, Zambezi River, Africa, 100%.
What's the champagne?
It was kind of like
I was like, where is that?
it was the champagne. It's kind of just like a little sound, like a personal sound effect to like reveal
Champagne.
my answer. Shkabadoosh. Zambezi River, South Africa, or Africa rather. It's in Zambia.
Scooby-Doo.
That's where I want to go. 100%. Hundo P. But it's probably not going to happen this year because that's one hell of a trip. But next year, 2021, yeah, we're doing that. I can tell you that if you guys are down. Yeah, there was one.
You know I'm down, baby.
You're down, baby. I know you're down.
I
Looking
think
at me with
I'm
those down
always
eyes.
down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but there's one place. If we could go anywhere this year, where'd you go? I'm gonna count down from 3, and you're gonna say it. Ready? 3,
2.
1.
The Locks in Scotland.
Nice. We could
Yeah.
totally do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
You-
cool.
Stillwater fish.
Yeah.
But in Scotland, on
In
the
Scotland.
logs for brown trout.
I mean, I know.
OGs.
Yeah.
That was a surprising answer. That's all.
I know. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because,
Didn't,
it's
yeah.
because how he was romancing parts of. I know he was in England. Sorry, Ian.
Yeah.
I know he was talking about England, but he was romancing that sort of part of the world
Well,
really nice, and I just and,
yeah.
and I've been. It's always an interest in me, and my background is Scottish, so
Ray Blades talked about them too and gave
Yeah.
lots of detail. And
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Ian True.
Ian Troop and
Yeah.
yeah. I
And
mean,
you
they
said it was
sound-
quite beautiful too.
It's sick in Scotland. I want to go back. I might go back this year. If I do, like, let's go fishing.
I heard
Like,
it's
if
like
I-
super lush, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't.
green.
Yeah, you didn't go last time, so you got.
know.
Yeah, you got to go fishing.
But like,
this
you
time.
guys come and we'll just all go.
No, I don't want to
Oh, come. You don't want to go fish the logs in Scotland?
go. With you? No. Mitch, you're getting married this year.
I know. Maybe in Scotland. That's what I'm saying.
He wants to he might elope in Scotland.
Elope in Scotland and then we'll go fish in the lakes. Steph will be cool with that, right?
Well, it could
Um,
be like the day before bachelor party.
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is all shaping up right now.
Yeah, we'll down a bottle of scotch and you'll smoke 800,000 cigars.
Yeah, as big as the boat.
Yeah, and then we'll show up smelling like shit to your wedding.
Oh man.
What?
One place you want to go, Aldo?
Oh, the fire hole in Montana.
Oh, cool. Well, we're going to.
I know, but like that's
Sick.
some place I've always wanted to fish.
That's sick, man. 100%.
It would be cool to fish it. You're not allowed to, but it would be cool to fish it in the winter
Yeah.
because, for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
it's surrounded by snow and buffalo.
Yeah.
Bison, buffalo, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Amazon crocodiles.
Montana crocodiles.
Montana crocodiles. Yeah, that's a great answer, and I think we're gonna.
Yeah, I think the fire hole would be sick. Like
Yeah.
if we like, pull our shit together and
Yeah.
The fire hole.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be really rad. Although I really do want to stick a tarpon this year. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will, my friend.
Pizza?
Z's are ends on their side.
Oh, nice. You almost look at the pizza box. Okay.
Zed.
Okay, that's it for Mitchie's Future 5. Before we leave the show today and wrap up another fantastic year and a decade, I want to just do a quick thing where we shout out all of the people that made 2019 possible, and everybody that came with us. Chloe, Joel, I want to thank Joe out in Blue Lagoon Lodge and Rockport. I want to thank Matt Dodson of Matt Dodson Fly Fishing Guide in Montana and Texas. I want to thank Elk Lake, Roger and Mary. I want to thank Temagami Outfitting Co. Left Stroud. I want to thank April Voki. Who else we got to thank, Aldo?
Oh my God, Rich, you're putting me on the spot. Oh, I don't know. Let's think of our sponsors. Thank you to 40 Creek.
Yeah.
40 Creek Whiskey, where they've sponsored our podcast all year long. Muttonhead again. Northeastern Ontario Tourism Board.
Yeah.
And of course, our first sponsor
Yeah.
and always a great resource and community leader, Rob, over at Drift.
Our friends down at Drift.
Our friends down at Drift. You know,
Two Forks Guide Service, Jason DeArmond, Fly Masters in Indianapolis with Derek, Wade,
Andy
White River Alliance,
Andy Vanderkay.
Mountains Greenway, all the people down in Indiana that were cool. Beer Brewery, Andy Vanderkay, yes. Left Field, oh my God. Woodhouse Lager gave us some beer that trip.
Adis.
Adis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rhett.
Rhett.
Oh, what
Joel,
fun
do we do
It
Joel?
is to
thank
run
all the
on-
sponsors today.
Hey.
Hey.
Man. Is there anybody else?
Yeah. Northeastern
Yeah.
Tourism.
Yeah, he
Tourism,
got
yeah.
that, yeah.
Timmins Tourism Board.
Timmins Tourism, yeah.
Patagonia. Peeps at Patagonia.
Yeah, peeps are
Toronto.
friends at Patagonia, 100%, and our friends at Filson.
Friends of Filson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool
Muttonhead.
too.
Muttonhead.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, everybody.
I think we
And
got
everybody at home listening to this damn show for the last year, thank you.
And if there are people who've been listening to it for the last 3 years.
Or people that have just started.
Yeah.
very excited that you guys have decided to join us, and we're
thankful.
we're thankful.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
Yep, and it's a lot of fun, and we hope to bring you even better shows in the coming years. And if you have any ideas for guests, hit us up. And Dan, thanks for listening to this podcast. Thank you for listening to the show. That is it. From me, Mitch, Aldo,
Bye.
Yilma.
Bye, everyone.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year. Happy
Everybody,
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Drink water.
You can find all of SoFly's content at SoFly.ca. On Instagram, we're at the SoFly Crew. You can reach us at thesoflycrew@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns. On Facebook, we're SoFly, and our podcast is available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify.